Hey guys, you're watching CJ's Guitar Lessons, and today I'll be doing a lesson on how to play Good Riddance, Time of Your Life properly. Alright, well, there's heaps different aspects and parts of the song, so I'm going to break them up today into the intro, verse, chorus and bridge, because each bit is different. Alright, so obviously we'll start with the intro. Alright, well, so we'll start off with the chords in the left hand for the intro first. First chord is a 4-finger G. For those of you who don't know how to play it, you need your first finger, 5th string, 2nd fret. Second finger on the 6th string, 3rd fret. Your third finger down on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. And your fourth finger is right underneath that on the 1st string, 3rd fret. So when you play it all together, it'll sound like this. Cool. The next chord is a C-Add9, and that's pretty much exactly the same as the 4-finger G, but all you do is move your first two fingers down 1 string each. So your first finger will be on the 4th string, and your second finger will be on the 5th string. And when you play that, try to mute the 6th string. So I like to do it by putting my thumb up, and you just gently place it on, and it will sound like this. So when you're playing, like when you're strumming, you won't hear the 6th string. It does make a difference. Alright, so then the third chord will be I think it's a D-Add9. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure you will. So this one, you just move your first two fingers again. Your first finger is going on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. Yep. And your second finger, well, you don't really need to put down at all, not using it. So when you play that, you're just playing the first 4 strings, and it'll sound like this. Alright, cool. Alright, so the chord you played just then with your left hand, the G, C-Add9 and D-Add9, they're the same for the verse, intro and bridge, but for the intro there's just a little bit of an extra thing that I'll show you. You don't have to play it in the song, but I think it adds to it a bit. So what it is a intentional error, let's say, and you'll understand later on when I get into the verse, but anyway, I'll just show you how it's played with your right hand. So get your left hand in the G position, and what you're going to do is play the bass note twice, like that, and you play the 3rd and 4th string, and then you're going to close it straight away with your hand, muting the noise, so it'll sound like this. And you're going to do that twice. So then from there you go into the verse, which is still the G position. Alright, so now we finished the intro, we get into the verse, and like the intro, you have the two bass notes going down. But instead of going to the 3rd then 4th, you're going 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 3rd. Alright, so I'll do that again. Do 6, 6, 2, 3, 4, 3. Alright, so when you play it properly, it'll sound like this. But obviously faster. So for the G, you play that twice in a row. So from there you go down to the C-Add9, so you just move your two fingers down, and you do the exact same thing, but the C-Add9's bass string is the 5th string. So 5, 5, 2, 3, 4, 3, and you play that once, and then you go down to the D-Add9, and that's the 4th string is the bass note, and exact same thing again, and that's played once as well. So when you have it all together, it'll sound like this. So run through that a couple of times, make sure you get it right. Just play it as slow as I did there. That's much slower than the original speed, but that's what you need to do to make it sound right. Alright, so that was the first bit of the verse. Now we'll get on to the second bit. This one has 4 chords. They're different to what you just played. Well, 3 of them are different. Still got the G there. They're easy chords, so don't worry too much. You'll pick it up fast. So the first chord is an E minor. To play that, you need your I'll use my second finger on the 5th string 2nd fret, and your 3rd finger on the 4th string 2nd fret. So when you play that, it sounds like that. The second chord you need to know is a D, and that has your 1st finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret. Second finger goes on the 1st string 2nd fret, and the 3rd finger goes on the 2nd string 3rd fret. So when you play that, it sounds like this. Alright, cool. The third chord you need to know is a regular C, and that is your 1st finger on the 2nd string 1st fret, 2nd finger on the 4th string 2nd fret, and the 3rd finger on the 5th string 3rd fret. When you play that, you mute the 6th string like we did in the intro, and that sounds like this. The 4th chord is a chord you already know, and that's the 4-finger G. I won't tell you how to play that again, you should remember. Alright, so for the second bit of verse, the E minor, D, C, G, that the right hand is doing exactly the same thing as what you did in the verse. So when you do it, for the E minor, the bass note is the 6th string, so then for the D, the bass note is the 4th string. For the C, the bass note is the 5th string. And then for the G, as you already know, the bass note is the 6th string. And you're going to play that twice through, and that will lead us to the chorus. Alright, so now for the chorus, you know both these chords already, we used them. First one is an E minor. Second one is a G at 9, 4-finger G, and that's the only 2 chords you need to know for the chorus. And also for your right hand, it's also exactly the same. Like that. You play that twice as I just did, and then on the 3rd time you add your D chord, so it's that one down there, and you play that, and then you go to the G. So when you play the chorus all together, it'll have the E minor, G, E minor, G, E minor, D, G, and that is the end of the chorus. Alright, for the bridge we're using the same chords as we did in the verse, which is the 4-finger G, C add 9, D add 9, but then we'll also be taking the 4th finger off the D add 9 and playing a regular D. For your right hand, you won't be doing the same fingering strum pattern. We'll be doing regular strokes. I'll put the stroke pattern up on the screen for you because it'll make it a bit easier. So I'll put it up on the screen, then you can write it down on a piece of paper and it'll be a bit easier to practice. I'll just go through it with you. For the G, so you'll be doing 2 downstrokes, and then up, down, up, then up, down, then up, down, up. So all together it'll sound like this. From there you go to the C add 9, and all you're doing on this one is 2 downstrokes. Yep, and then you go to the D add 9, which you're only doing 1 upstroke, and then you take your 4th finger off for a regular D, and you go up, down, up, down, up. So all together, I'll play it slowly for you, it'll sound like this. And you play that through twice. Alright, so we've now done the intro, verse, second part of the verse, chorus and bridge. From there, you go back to the verse, then back to the second part of the verse, chorus, and then you just keep repeating the chorus as many times as you want. Depends how long you want the song to go for, I suppose. The only difference for going back into the verse and whatever else the second time is that instead of picking with your right hand, you're actually strumming. So I'll just show the strum pattern, and the same strum pattern's used for all the chords for the rest of the way through. So it's pretty simple. Right, so the strumming pattern is pretty simple. Like I did before, I will add it up onto your screen to make it a bit easier for you to practice. I'll just show it to you with the G chord. For the verse, it'll just be down, down, up, up, down, up. And for the verse, hopefully you remember, you used to do that strumming, the picking pattern, and you did it twice through. You did it twice through, and then you went to the C and then the D. And it's the same when you strum, you do the strum twice, so it'll be down, down, up, down, 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 up, C add 9, down, down, up, down, up, D add 9, down, down, up, down, up. You do that twice through. Then you go to the E minor, down, down, up, down, up, D, down, up, down, up, C, down, down, up, down, up, G add 9, down, down, up, down, up. Then to the chorus, where you go E minor G, E minor G, E minor D, G. And like I said before, you can repeat the chorus as many times as you want. I think the song does it 5 or 6 times. I usually get bored after 2 times, so whatever you want, really. Alright guys, that's the end of the guitar lesson. I hope it helped you learn the song. Make sure you practice heaps. That's what I did, just to make sure you get it right. Comment any tips, subscribe, that'd be great. Yeah, cheers.